For Chapter 13, Number 6, Fishing Poles, we are given the following information. Daniel and Gary are fishing with several poles. Each pole has several worms. Daniel's poles have 6 worms, and Gary's poles have 11 worms. And altogether, there are 13 poles and 103 worms. What we want to know is how many poles does each boy have? And for this problem, we are supposed to convert to algebra to solve the problem. So first, I decided to assign D as Daniel and G as Gary. So for my first equation, I had D plus G equals 13 poles, and 6D plus 11G equals 103 worms. And I had 6D because Daniel has 6 worms, and 11G because Gary has 11 worms. So to solve this problem, I chose to use the elimination. So I looked at my easier equation first, D plus G equals 13, and decided to multiply by -6 to cancel out the 6D. So when I did that, I got -6D minus 6G equals -78. And to eliminate 6D, I had to add. So when I did the elimination, the 6D canceled, and -6G plus 11G is 5G, and -78 plus 103 is 25. To solve for G, I divided by 5 and got G equals 5 poles. So now, since I knew what G equaled, I went back to my other equation, which was easier, of D plus G equals 13, and I substituted in 5 for G, and I subtracted 5 and got D equals 8 poles. So my final answer is Daniel has 8 poles and Gary has 5 poles.